out of all the awesome feuds you had and all the great matches, I always think of you versus Vader, just the perfect chemistry and the perfect symmetry.
It's amazing. I don't have one match with Leon, with Vader. I have, images, pictures, moments of matches in and out of the ring with him. It's amazing how many. It's as though there are as many with him, not quite, but I mean, as somebody like Ric Flair. But, Leon, he was straight out of Japan when he first came to the United States and did the American-style wrestling, and I was definitely solely responsible for taming him. He was, in Japan, it is extremely, stiff, very believable, extremely stiff over there. In America, here in America, it's not nearly as stiff. And thankfully, I was always one of those kind of wrestlers that I would rather have it stiff. I wanted things to be always so believable that people wouldn't have any doubt in their minds, that somebody like Vader was trying to literally kill me. And it's funny because I do have fans that will approach me even now and say, man, I remember one night, name the city, name the town, and we sat there and really believed that Vader was trying to kill you. But I tamed him. I'll never forget being in Gainesville, Georgia. This is another picture, Gainesville, Georgia, doing a TV taping for WCW. And this is like one of the first few matches that I had with him. Maybe it was the very first one. It was on TV. And, very small civic center, and we're filming this TV thing, and there's the dressing room area is really, really bad. There's not great dressing rooms there. So, a lot of the guys are literally underneath the bleachers where the people are sitting, getting dressed and all, and talking over matches and everything. And I'm there with Harley Race, who's managing Leon, and we're just moments away from getting in the ring. And Harley's got his cigarette, and he's smoking that thing just casually. And all of a sudden I hear this person, somebody, violently ill, on the other side of the bleachers or in the Civic Center. And I said, what is that? Who is that like a dying, animal or something? What is going? He said, that's Leon. I go, what's the matter? He's sick. Sick from what? He's nervous, kid, because he's wrestling you tonight. Oh, no. So now I got to, number one, with somebody who's, 350, 400 pounds, straight from Japan, but he's also sick and he's also nervous. I got everything going against me. It's my day to die in the pro wrestling world. And so I don't know. It was just like one of those nights I got in the ring with him, and then it was night after night, and he was. I mean, he would lift me off my feet just throwing his punches, and I'll never forget that. I'll never forget him doing a moonsault in the Omni, Atlanta, Georgia. We had done it every night. By then, we'd worked so many times. And he comes off at 350 pounds. And for whatever reason, we just hit a certain way, and we both kind of bounced up in the air. And on the way back down, I got kind of cockeyed, crooked, and that 350 pounds landed on me. And it kind of put my chin down into my sternum, and my eyeballs were almost looking right into my ribs. And I saw literally, one of my ribs, it was grotesque to me. It was almost like it was going to come out of the skin. So if you take your shirt under your finger, your index finger, just poke out, that's what it looked like.
Oh, boy.
And that's what I said, oh, boy. Oh, man. Broke my rib that night with him. And, Leon, my rib, it's broken. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? High-face the referee and have him disqualified. It was a world title match that night, and we were going somewhere. We couldn't drop the title that night. Otherwise, I would have. Just pin me and beat me. But we were going somewhere else, and obviously I had the hopes that I would get well enough to go where we were going. But anyway, just memories like that with Leon, and man, he was a teddy bear, you know. After all the matches, he was just so grateful always, and I was grateful to him too, because it was believable. I mean, fans really, honestly, truly did believe that he was trying to kill me, and they believed. I had so many of them say that they believed that there was no way I was going to be able to, you know, beat this guy or overcome him. So I always loved the big man matches, and he was one of the big men, one of my favorite big men to work against. So great memories. Not to mention, you know, I was able to spend the last 8 months of his life with him. He was in the Dallas area, and I live in the Dallas area now, and so I saw him, you know, in and out of the hospital. I met him for dinner, for lunch, for, you know, until he died. And you know, I think it would be kind of cool for people to know this, but, you know, he wanted to know who Jesus Christ was, and I shared Jesus with him, and he ended up giving his life to Jesus Christ, and he did what we call getting born again. And so I know that I'll see him again, and he'll probably want to have a match when I get up there. But anyway, yeah, lots of good memories with Leon.
That is great. Didn't even realize you guys reconnected, you know, towards the latter end of his life. That is really, really cool, and another kind of full circle moment for you. Very cool.
Absolutely, and his son Jesse was a big part of it too. I was able to go to his funeral and speak at his funeral as well, and just you know, great matches, great relationship, especially toward the end there, and good stuff happened, you know, before he died. So it's all good.
Yep, I remember vividly. Great American Bash 92, Starrcade 92. You guys had an awesome match on Power Hour. Super Brawl 3 might be my favorite match of all time. You and Vader, obviously, in that awesome strap match. And then Slamboree 94. Those are just some matches off the top of my head that I can think of that you and Vader had that I just absolutely loved, and just thought that's one of my favorite feuds, if not the top feud. Maybe you versus the NWO, a little Batman Joker kind of thing, Sting versus the NWO as the Crow. But you, Vader, as far as one-on-one matches, no doubt.
Yeah, I would have to agree. It's one of my favorites too.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.